relax, enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to Get Glam and Go Go. I'm your resident fembot, host, burlesque performer, and founder of Babes Rage, Jenny Pierce. I wanted to hop on for a Meet Your Host episode and to briefly touch upon what we'll be discussing on the Get Glam and Go Go show. So here is a little bit about me. I grew up as a theater kid in Kentucky and started studying dance in high school. Growing up, I was a combination of a Kelly Kapowski cheerleader type and an artsy-fartsy kid. In college, I studied art history and got a minor in dance. Soon after I finished college, I moved to Tokyo, Japan, and lived there for 7 years. Initially, I was an English teacher, and then I got a scholarship to study, and that's where I got my master's degree in multimedia art. During my stint as a research student, I was also a street fashion photographer in Japan. At a fashion party, I ran into my first go-go dancer and heard the term. I was enamored. So it was in Tokyo where I was working as a street fashion photographer. I went to a party and there were go-go dancers. I'll include a photo. This is where I was introduced to the art of go-go dancing, the profession of go-go dancing actually, in a club scene in Japan. Fast forward a couple of years, I moved home at the end of 2010 and quickly became a flight attendant. Becoming a flight attendant was my free ticket back to Japan. After deciding that my priorities lie in traveling and making art, I went back and forth between Kansas and New York City or Los Angeles, depending on where I was based at the time. I was living out of a suitcase at a crash pad in Queens, New York, when I took my first burlesque class in 2012. I took classes at the New York School of Burlesque and debuted as a go-go dancer in 2012. The following year, I made my burlesque debut in March 2013 in Durham, North Carolina, of all places. I retired from flying in 2019, moved back to Kansas in 2020, and started performing with Kansas City Burlesque at the end of 2021 and have been active ever since. When I was living in Brooklyn in 2017, I started a 1960s and 70s inspired go-go dance group called Babes Rage. I ended up turning Babes Rage into a brand and made a website and developed an entire social media presence with the intention actually of getting a job in media. And that's what I've been doing for the past 2 years. So naturally, I love the 1960s and 70s fashion and dance, but I'm also very inspired by pinup and old Hollywood glamour. The Get Glam and Go Go show is really my opportunity to explore and combine all of my interests on one platform. We will mostly be discussing burlesque, go-go, fashion, and glamour, specifically through interviews with creators who are actively engaged in those scenes. I'm really interested in speaking with burlesque performers who are gigging and active in their communities. I would love to talk about all facets of burlesque and go-go, the current issues, different styles, themes, all of those things. So I'm really excited to have a diverse group of creators on my show to discuss everything in between. So this is not only my chance to learn more about the art forms that I love, but also to learn more about the people who are actively engaged in creating. This is also a way for me to connect with fans and build a fan base. I want to know what you're interested in hearing about, what you want us to talk about, what you like. I look forward to growing this podcast with you, and thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Until next time, get glam and go-go. Mwah!